So the Reform Party versus Rupert Lowe war, it's getting a bit heated, excuse the pun, because the police have now seized Rupert Lowe's guns, which he has legally. And it's all weird because, according to Reform and the chairman, Zia Youssef, he made multiple threats to unalive him personally. Now, the first was in December, the second was in February. However, they've waited until April to seize his weapons. So I don't know why the wait. I mean, surely if somebody threatens someone's life and they're known to have weapons and firearms in particular, then the police would normally and should really pounce as soon as possible, because nobody knows if those threats are real. And personally, I think it's just another step by Reform to smear this good man's name, who's called them out for the shysters that they really are. Now, Reform have released a statement. It says, and I quote, "Mr. Lowe is being investigated by the police for making multiple threats to unalive our chairman." I can't say the kill word on YouTube for some reason because the algorithm doesn't like it. Other words it's fine with, but there you go, that's YouTube for you. Anyway, it goes on. The first was in December, the second in February. Unlike Mr. Lowe, we respect their investigation and will let them do their work without lashing out and making false claims in public. End quote. Now, whoever this Reform UK spokesman is, he is clearly a dickhead. And this is after a review of the investigation by Reform into said allegations and other things about Rupert Lowe. It raises concerns because it's quite evident they don't do things fairly. They don't like people criticising the party. I am one of those who experienced this firsthand when they had me chucked out of their rally in Birmingham last week. But it's evident that they hurried up this investigation. They couldn't wait for it to finish. And they fiddled about with it because the KC in question, KC of course being King's Counsel, she is a top lawyer in this country if you're not from Britain and you don't understand what that term means. But they hurried this investigation, they interfered, they fiddled with it, released the findings before she approved of it, didn't inquire with anyone, didn't let anyone know that they were doing this, and they just wanted to trash Rupert Lowe, basically. And they wanted it done as soon as possible. Why? And now they're conducting this smear campaign against Rupert Lowe, and if you still support Reform at this point, and all this hasn't opened your eyes, then I can't help you. Nobody can. You are completely entitled to vote for whoever the hell you want. We live in a democracy, or just about anyway. That'll be gone soon, thanks to Keir Starmer. But if you think Reform, Nigel Farage and Zia Youssef are the answer, well, they're clearly not. And they're probably hoping that this Rupert Lowe war just blows over, because it hasn't gone the way they'd hoped. Rupert Lowe is way too popular. And the best thing to do is for Zia Youssef to drop these ridiculous accusations. Otherwise, it won't. The investigation was clearly biased, it was flawed, and Reform clearly mishandled the evidence. And they might be stitching up Rupert Lowe for something worse, who knows? But there we go, that's the latest in the war between Reform and Rupert Lowe. I am firmly on Rupert Lowe's side here, if you haven't guessed, of course. And that's that. Until something else comes up, I'll keep you updated. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.